everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please do hit the subscribe button. So today we're making pumpkin soup. I have got here half a pumpkin that has been peeled and put in the microwave to parboil for about 25 minutes, and it is not quite cooked. It is getting soft. So that is just to cut down on the roasting time. I've made here a marinade for the pumpkin soup, and I know it's a little pedantic, but it all adds to the flavor. What I've got in there is a tablespoon of chili oil, which is that. It's chili and coriander. And I have got a tablespoon of garlic oil, and then of course that goes into my bowl. And then I've got a teaspoon of salt, or it's all a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of brown sugar, a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of coriander powder, a teaspoon of chili powder, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then all you're going to do is put that all in and then stir, and then we're going to baste it. So you just basically spread it all around. Don't worry if you don't get all of the pumpkin, because what we'll be doing halfway through roasting is turning the pumpkin over, and then it'll all mix in anyway. And then you're going to pop this in the oven, 180 degrees, for total time should be about half an hour, but it'll be until your pumpkin is fully cooked. And halfway through that, we'll be turning the pumpkins over. So 15 minutes. Turn it over, and then 15 minutes again. We are halfway through our pumpkin roasting, so I'm just going to flip it over now. Let's see. Here we go. You don't need any elegance with this, or finesse or skill. If you're worried about, the flavor not being on the flip side of the pumpkin, we're going to puree it all anyway. So as long as the pumpkin is cooked, I did say half an hour, but if you need longer, your pumpkin should be really soft, no crunch. Another addition you can make to pumpkin soup is you can fry some bacon and pop some bacon pieces in there. It's also really delicious. Right, so I am now going to pop this in the oven for about minimum 15 minutes, but you may need more. It's okay if you go longer. Just as long as they're cooked. Okay, so I've removed all of the pumpkin out of the roasting pan, and I've put it into a pot. And now we're going to do the final stages of the pumpkin soup. It's really super easy. Why have pumpkin soup from a tin or blend pumpkin when it doesn't take much effort. All we're going to do is put 2 tins of coconut cream into the pumpkin, which is on high heat at the moment. add about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and what the tomato paste is for is just to give it a more intense orange, if you like. 1, 2, and then I'm going to use this tool to just break down the pumpkin. A lot of people use cream in their pumpkin. I've found that using coconut cream just adds another level of flavor to the pumpkin soup. What you want or looking for here is just for your soup to heat up. So when you see bubbles forming or steam coming out, then you will remove it off the heat. And after that, can you see, like, no matter how much mashing you do, you still have a lumpy pumpkin. What I do is I use a NutriBullet or some kind of processor to break down, to further puree your soup, just so you have a smooth texture. I would say it's quite hot. All right. Time for a taste test. I'm going to add another tablespoon of brown sugar in here. It's bubbling. And let that melt. A lot of the cooking I do is by taste. I don't know. Seems to work. We'll do another taste test. That's all done. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop it into a NutriBullet to refine it into a puree, and I'll show you what that looks like. I'm going to try and do this as elegantly as possible. It has been a very messy process in the past. And if you are using a NutriBullet, don't fill the container to the brim. Word to the wise, it won't go well. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. This might not go well either. It's pretty full. Let's see. That's it. Gonna fry some bacon. Oh, bacon smells so good. I'm just trying to break everything up so it cooks evenly. You're going to make your bacon how you fry your bacon how you like it. I like it only, I don't like it well done, you know, there's crispy. I just like it cooked a little bit. So once this is cooked, I'm just going to set it aside and then add it to the pumpkin soup. Okay, I'm happy with this now. It's just going a little bit brown. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it onto a paper towel so that it can drain, so it doesn't affect the oil content in my pumpkin soup. Just like that, guys. Simple. Okay, when I want to make pumpkin soup, I normally have garlic bread ready to go. I just pop it in the oven and it's ready to go, but today I don't. So I want to show you another alternative to garlic bread, and it's just simple toast. So what I'm going to do is pop this in the toaster, and then I'll show you what I do to make garlic bread. Toast is ready. I'm just stacking this up because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, and you don't have to do this by any means. You have full creative license in your kitchen. I'm just making a very large crouton. And what I'm going to do with the crust is fry some egg with some bacon and possibly some onion and pepper in the middle, just like that. Waste not, want not. Okay. Okay, so there we've got our massive croutons. And now I'm going to make some garlic butter, which is 3 parts margarine or butter, whatever you have and whatever you prefer, with 1 part minced garlic. And you literally just mash it all together until it's all well blended. Literally like that. And then I'm just going to clean my fork so I don't waste any of the margarine. And then you could use a knife if you find that clumsy. I've cut out some baking paper here, and you literally just dab and then slap it on like that. Hopefully you're faster than me and your butter gets to melt onto your toast. Okay, so we are all done with the little bits and pieces that go into a pumpkin soup. I have put some coconut cream just, you know, to make it look pretty. And what I'm going to do is sprinkle some fresh coriander over that. And then I'm going to put some bacon into it. It's enough bacon. And then I'm going to set up my croutons. And there you have it, my pumpkin soup. It looks so yum. So now I'm really hungry. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna grab a crouton, some bacon, some coriander, and some pumpkin. Oh, the bacon sets it off really well. This recipe has got coconut undertones just because of the coconut cream. If you're not into coconut, please do feel free to use just normal cream. It's fine as well. Also, it's quite thick. If you don't like a thick soup, you can also just add more cream or coconut cream. Thank you for watching my video. Please do hit the like button if you like this recipe and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. See ya.